Thanks for returning back to my page. If you click on this video, that means you want to know too how I got this hairstyle for under $30 without even leaving my home. Yes, you heard it right. You heard me right. I got this hairstyle for under $30 without even leaving my home. So if that means if you want to know how I got this and you want to know the tips and tricks I got for getting this hairstyle, keep watching. I'm going to tell you now, warning, it does take a little minute. If you're doing this by yourself, it takes a little minute. And by being on quarantine, a little bit still, you got the time. So if you really want to know, keep watching. And it is a protective hairstyle. So before we get started, I want to show you, yes, these are individuals. I'll give you a spin. And yes, I'm able to, if I wanted to put it up, I could put it up. It is at the roots. There are a little, as you can see, a little stiff, but they're still bendable. Like you can still bend it. Just let you know if you do it like that, it's gonna be a little stiff, but you can still bend it and work with it. Just spray a little oil or a little water at the roots to try to loosen it up each day after you do it. And each day it will get loose and looser and looser. It won't be so as tight. And yes, again, this is a protective hairstyle. And again, I'm showing you how it looks. Middle part. I'm giving the girls Rasta Queen. I wouldn't say Rasta Queens, I'm giving the girls Rasta, okay? And if I want to, I can, you know, take to the side, bring it down a little bit. Like, this is a versatile style. But again, it does take a little minute. I'm not gonna lie. But it is well worth it at the end of the day. It is protecting your hair from this crazy bipolar weather. And you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about every day putting on a lace front or making sure it's glued down and worrying about spending all that money for a wig that's going to 9 times out of 10 damage your edges. Okay? When you can just do this and still be bomb. Keep watching. Today I want to show y'all how I achieved this hairstyle for under $30. Yes, you heard me right, for under $30. And y'all will be surprised. Guess what? I got this off of Amazon. Yes, you heard me right. I got this hair off of Amazon. And it is bomb. So first off, I'm gonna let y'all know, yes, the process of achieving these, the look, is easy. It's my earring. Whoa. But the only thing is, if you're doing it by yourself, it is going to take you like 3 days, at least 3 days. So I'm going to show y'all who do want to achieve this hairstyle and you're doing it by yourself and you just want to save money and just want to learn how to do it. I'm here to show y'all because I had to learn myself, so I'm going to teach y'all as well. So first off, I'm going to start off with showing y'all the hair. This is the hair that I use. Let me get closer. This is the hair first, and this is the hair that I got. Yes, you heard me right. This hair, I got 3 of these. Same bundle and everything. I only use 2. But we can get on that in a minute. But this is what you get. You get 3 of them. And it comes in, this is the color and this is the length. It is 8 inches. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, my hair ain't that long. Okay, it's probably a little shoulder length. So I wanted a little extra length, as you can see. So what I did, I added this to the end by myself and it still looks good. So I'm gonna show y'all how to get it. It's a couple easy steps. First off, I'm going to start off with saying, make sure your hair is washed. Okay, you don't want to do nothing a little dirty hair. Then secondly, make sure you put some type of oil onto your hair. No, I'm not licensed. I'm just going to tell you what I know, and I'm natural. So honey, if you're going to try to do this style and you don't want to have to worry about your hair breaking off because it's so dry, make sure you put moisturizer, some type of oil or something on your hair beforehand. We're going to start for saying that first. Secondly, I'm going to show you what you all need. This is what I use. You can use as you please. So this is the gel I used. Hope y'all can see it. And because if y'all know Amazon, y'all know Amazon. They have it to wear, even though my hair was $19.99. You're just gonna say $20. Even though my hair was that much, I still, to be able to get free shipping, like it said, I had to get at least $25 or more. So I ended up purchasing this as well off of Amazon. It's like, hold on, let me tell you about this hair, because honey, for me, I didn't even leave my house. I had everything on hand. Only thing I didn't have was in the hair. So to make this video not so long, I'm gonna shorten it up and just get right into it. So, hey y'all, we are now in my by my desk in my office. So not only, I'm first introduce y'all to Gigi. This is my model, my hair model. She also helps me with my wigs and slaying them and stuff. So let me just get right into it. So not only are you gonna need the stuff to prep your hair with, which is the moisturizer. Also, it's called African Best Maximum Strength Super Grow Hair Scalp Conditioner. That's what this is, if you wasn't able to read it. And this one is a gel that's infused with biotin from Maine. So not only would you need those, you would need your couple of clips, a crochet needle, a comb, and rubber bands. So let me start off with telling you something. If you're doing it on your own, start off, a person to another person. I'm gonna just keep it real G with you. If you're doing it by yourself, make sure you go ahead and section your hair off. This is just my personal, what I like to do. You can do it with clips. If you got a lot of these, you can do it with these, but going ahead and section off your hair. Me saying this as in, I'm gonna give you an example. Because a lot of people like to say stuff and I give people examples. So I'm gonna give y'all examples. So I don't like to do that. Type of person where I can't, not everybody can see the back of their head. I mean, some people got all the mirrors, but I got all the mirrors. Like, come on. So what I like to do is, if you don't like using rubber bands to do this method, you can also use a clip, a comb. I'm gonna do it to where y'all can, I wanna do it to where y'all can see it. So you take the comb, and what I normally like to do is just make sure I make an even line. Okay. So first you're gonna do is part your hair off in 4 sections. So even, straight and nice. As long as they go, it's like this, you can feel it. It almost feel like it's a straight line. That's good. You don't need it to be like perfect because you're doing butterfly dreads. Like, come on. So what you're gonna do is, separate the hair in 4 sections. So take your finger and part it off. Because again, we're doing dreads. We don't want to have them so perfect. Like, come on, my parts are not as perfect. I mean, it looks like it in the front because I'm able to actually see it. But in the back, it looked like that because I'm not be able to see it back there, and it looks better. When it's uniform, it looks crazy. In the back, when it's uniform, it looks fake. Let's put it like that. It looks fake, okay? When people see my hair, they don't have to quit. They be like, hold up, did you grow dreads? No, baby, these are extensions. Let's get back to it. So you can either take the comb or you can take your finger, part it, and you can do it that way with sectioning your hair off when you're doing it by yourself. That way, when you do it in the back, that way, when you're doing it in the back, each section, rubber band. Do it again. So after you did your hair in 4 sections, you're going to go in with rubber bands. Now, this is my personal, what I like to do, okay? You don't keep these in forever, okay? You're not going to keep these in with this process. I have no rubber bands in my hair right now. None, okay? None whatsoever. So, me saying that is, what you're going to do, hold on, I'm turning it down just a little bit. So what you're gonna do is take the rubber bands. Mind you, your whole head gonna have rubber bands in it, okay? Because this is what I use as my pre-sectioning. It helps me know how many I'm having in my hair. I can keep count of it. It helps me with knowing how thick or how big they're gonna be. And it just helps me keep track of what I'm doing, especially when I'm doing it. When you're doing it by yourself, you need to, especially if you want a time limit or you trying to get done within a timely manner, I feel like this is the best way to do it, okay? So after you got your whole head filled with rubber bands in their sections, they're gonna wanna be in, they don't have to be neat, because again, we are doing dreads. We're not doing no box braids or nothing like that. So they don't have to be perfect. So only thing I do, you can use a comb with your finger. So you go ahead and you section off the rubber band on. Now at this point, your head is already in rubber bands. What you need to do is, depending on where you're gonna start it, okay? Well, hopefully I'm telling this in depth so y'all can understand. So when it comes time for you to start on your hair after you done already pre-sectioned off your hair in these little rubber bands. Mind you, this is how I did it. You can use these to do it and just go on ahead and put this on your hair and do it like that and start on it. But I feel like if you do it like that, if you can braid with your hands feeling slippery, by all means, you can use a clamp. Put some moisturizer on in your gel already on, twist it, and put a clamp on it. You can do that as you want to go. By all means, if that's what you want to do, boo-boo, go ahead and do it. But understand the next step might be a little challenge. I don't know. Everybody's hair is different. I know if I did mine like that, it would curl up. But back to the hair. Okay, so when you get back to the hair, I'm going to start right here. So what I'm going to do is I will take the rubber band off. Mind you, the whole head is in individual little rubber bands like this. That hair's in the way. So what I would do is take that off. Okay, hopefully I can see this. You're not gonna worry about this hair over here because, like I said, we are doing dread. Y'all can see that little. Okay, so that is the part we're working with. So what y'all gonna do? This first, little moisture, okay. Lock it in with a little gel. This is the gel I use on my hair. So after you take the rubber band off, you put some of it on. Take your hair, okay? We're taking the hair. What we're doing, just pulling it. Why we're doing this? Because we want to uniform this, if that's a word. We want to take the uniformity out of the hair because we're about to try to help give us some length, right? Because you know girls love the inches, okay? So after you finish moisturizing and putting the gel on, you're gonna just take the hair. Even if you don't know how to braid, you know how to follow 1, 2, 3, you good. Okay, back to the hair. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take the hair with your hair. It don't have to be tight on your roots because, mind you, you want to keep our hair. Even though we're trying to do some faux locks for a little bit, we still want to keep our hair, so don't do it too tight. So what you're going to do, after this moisturized gel, all that's in there, you're going to take your hair and get prepared to plait your hair, okay? We're plaiting, but we're not taking it all the way through. But make sure this go first and then the gel. And okay, so what we're going to do is take the hair and we're gonna prepare to plait. If you don't know how to plait, let me show you how to plait first before I add this hair. 3 sections, okay? Make sure you have 3 even sections.
And you'll start plaiting.
Okay. That's how you plait. Hopefully y'all seen it. If you don't know how to plait, it's more in depth of them on here. So I'm not gonna let my video be that long because it's more in depth videos on how to plait on YouTube. So only thing you do is you add on the hair. So what you need to do is go in, separate the hair. Now this is the trick. Once you start plaiting, mind you, it do not have to be really, really tight to the root, okay? It does not, because we about to do some crocheting a little bit. Just a tiny bit, not a lot. And when I say crochet, I don't mean necessarily doing a big woe-de-dolly with the stuff. No, we gonna get there. So I'm gonna speed this up. So my braid might be a little sloppy, but y'all gotta understand I got long nails on. I don't know, braid all that good with these long nails on. And I did my hair before I put these on. These are press ones. Okay, back to the hair. So as you can see, it's still, you know, it's somewhat tight, but it's not all the way tight onto the root because we still want that flexibility, you know. We still want to be all around the world. We still want to be able to swing our head without being still. So with the leftover hair, what we do is we take it, you stop braiding, you're going to want to separate your hair to the two most pieces that got weave in it. And you're going to want to twist your hair with them pieces, count 4 or 5 times. Okay, so we're going to start here. I stopped braiding there. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to stop. You could have stopped at 4. You could stop at 5. Now, because mind you, your hair, I'm sorry, y'all, I had to get that off my finger. But your hair will be wet, so it's going to automatically lock. Now, if your hair's like this, it should look like this. Now, to get the next step section, take another piece of hair, okay? Then you're gonna do the same exact step you just did to this piece of hair before adding it to it, which means we're gonna pull it to get this frizzy looking, because you're gonna want it to look, you're gonna want it to look as crazy as possible. So if you do it right, one side will look like this, and the other side will look like this. So you want to keep pulling and pulling to eventually look like this, okay? Don't pull it too hard, because if you pull it too hard, you're going to pull too much hair out of it. You just want it enough to look frizzy and, you know, a couple days up, which you really ain't. You just want it to like that. So what you do, now for my long hair girls, if you already got long hair and you don't really want to add length, you just want to know how to get to this step without making your dreads stiff like a board, braid your hair. So you can do it from the root, so you can do it from like how I did it. From the ends, braid it all the way down to a certain point, and then twist it, like I said, count 4 or 5 times. After you braid it a little, like probably that much down, after you braid it that much down, then you twist it, let your hair kind of lock itself. Just a little bit enough so it won't unravel while you're trying to get the hair ready. So if you're doing this yourself after you're done twisting it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's gonna sit there for a little bit. As you can see, it hasn't yet to go anywhere. So what you do is you take the crochet needle. I like to do it at an angle, okay? You take it, and normally you want it to be closed when you take it through. Mine was just open for some reason. But yeah, so once you take it through, you're gonna pull the hair through. You do not pull it all the way through. You want to leave a little bit down, like that much, or a little shorter down. You're gonna want to leave it out. The next step you're gonna want to do is take it. Make sure it is flat. You see? It's flat. Hold the pieces. This piece, the small piece you pulled it through with, and the extra hair, you see? Take it, hold it, and just start wrapping. But make sure it is flat. You want to make sure it's flat. And you're gonna just make sure you got your hair. And this is why I say pre-section your hair, because when you pre-section, you won't have to worry about your hair getting in the way like this hair is. It's getting in my freaking way. So, clip that up. So you're gonna take it. Mind you, I only say pre-section if you're doing it on your own hair and you don't got no help. Pre-section it helps you go faster. As I'm twisting it, I'm holding on to the hair from this. I'm just making sure I wrap it, making sure it stays flat. And if you see, stays flat, and just wrapping it. Well, make sure you wrap it next to each other. But I mean, if you want that butterfly look, it really doesn't matter because you're gonna want some of it to be a little out. So you keep wrapping it, keep wrapping it. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, so yeah. And mind you, it doesn't matter how neat or crazy that braid look. up under it, you will be covering it. That's why I said, don't do, you know, don't do that. I don't like it. Just don't do it. So, as y'all can see, I'm still wrapping. Now, depending on the length, let me get some scissors. I didn't grab no freaking scissors. Okay, I'm back. So, depending on the length you want it, I'm back. So, if you want it to be like booty length, you can keep wrapping. And I'm gonna show y'all how, at a certain point, you're gonna notice like, hey, this is longer than this. And this is what you've been wrapping the hair around. So what you do is you take it, separate it, because you want it to be booty length. Remember, you want it to be long, you want inches. So what you do, you separate it. As you can see, I separated it. Added more to the hair that I was wrapping around, but I still want to keep my dread thick. So I'm going to even that out, and I'm going to take the end of my hair, and then we're going to start wrapping again. We're going to keep that hair flat, okay? Keep that hair flat. Take my finger, keep that hair flat. And you're going to just do it to a certain point. And what you do, mind you, this is the wrapping hair, and this is the end of the weave, this connected, making this extension to our hair. You want to cut that a little shorter. Because mind you, this is just an extension. That's not your hair. You ain't worried about that leftover because we want it to look right, okay? It all depends on what length you want, okay? So, mind you, this is the length I'm going for. So what I do is continue to wrap that hair. Now that I know the length I'm looking for, you continue to wrap that hair. Now, if you want, say you want that bohemian look and you want to keep some of it hanging out, you can add this back, the little bit of long piece that is left. You can add that back, okay? And just continue wrapping, okay? Now, when we get to this part, I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me show y'all this trick. Instead of burning, only thing I do is wrap upwards instead of wrapping down. So after you finish, so when you get to the very end and you're like, okay, I want to leave some of this out, but I want to seal off the end without burning it. Instead of keep wrapping down, you're going to reverse and wrap the other way. So wrap, and then when you get through this, wrap back down. The leftover little end of it, wrap back down. Sealed and delivered. You see that? You see how easy that was? And she's not stiff. I can still, you see, I can still, you know. And again, that's how I got this into that. That is how I achieved this hairstyle. Again, I hope that was helpful. Again, this is only how I did my hair. Nobody else is this how I did my hair. No, there's no more rubber bands in my hair. I slid them out, okay? I don't need no freezy boo-boo, okay? So with that being said, thank y'all again for returning back to my page. And, you know, it's nothing that we can't do if we have a little patience. So with that being said, that is how I achieved my dreads with this hair. It's just a little time, a little patience, and you can achieve anything. So thank you again for returning to my page, and I hope y'all have a blessed one.